Hello friends, today we'll be discussing on a unique topic which everyone requires in his life, how to behave properly with people. Some common behaviors that prevent us from being sufficiently present to connect our hearts empathically with others are advising, educating, consoling, storytelling, shutting down, sympathizing, interrogating, explaining, and correcting. Have you observed one special thing in India? If I go to someone and say, I am having such a severe stomach pain, the other person will immediately say, oh, stomach pain. You should do one thing. If you are having constipation, you take Triphala. Otherwise, you should do this morning pranayam and you do this Surya Namaskar. Oh my God. I don't need your advice. I just want you to hear me because I want to share my pain and just get it out of my system. But just advising others immediately is not a proper form of behavior, which is very much required in today's day and age to behave properly with people. Someone says something, immediately we start educating him, consoling him, giving him a big story, and what happens? The other person feels same story again. Chalu ho gaya ye. Advice dena chalu ho gaya. Or he will show some sympathy. Oh, this, that. Do we really connect? The highest form of relationship is when we feel the pain of the other person or we feel the joy of the other person. And my dear friend, this is the highest form of relationship which is hardly seen in this material world. Forget a feeling. We don't even acknowledge. We don't even understand. And on top of that, we are not even conscious. And on top of that, we have started advising. Wow! I think a gold medal should be given to such behavior. Share something with a person, immediately he'll start correcting you, explaining you, interrogating you, sympathizing with you, storytelling you, consoling you, educating you, advising you. And no doubts why so many parents come to us and say, you know, doctor, when my son comes in the evening, he closes himself in the room, and when I call him, Rohan, dinner is ready, he just doesn't respond. What is the reason? I ask the parents. And the reason is, they are not connecting with their son. The son will go and tell big stories to his girlfriend, to other friends. You know what happened? You know what happened? This, I did this. And when he comes to his house and father says, how was your day? He will say, okay. And he will go and sit in the computer and do his own stuff. And the mother is crying and the father is crying. My son doesn't talk to me. I say turn it around and I ask the father and mother, do you talk to your son? Of course I talk to him. I'm his father. I give him so much advice. Oh my dear friend. I asked you to talk to him, not give him advice. No one loves advice. Are you connecting with him? Does he see that friend in you whom he can share his heart with? Because as soon as he shares his heart, immediately you say, oh, you should not do this, you should not be watching this game in the mobile. My dear friend, when you were small, didn't you ever do anything wrong? That you have become a big advisor for your son? I hope this deep thing is going within. Now please try to understand. Whenever someone talks with us in these modes of advising and all, immediately there is a protective system in the body which is called the amygdala, which helps us to protect ourselves from fight and flight. That means when some One is throwing a big stone on you. Either you fight or you fly. But the sad story in today's day and age is that constantly people are bombarding stones even on the home, father, mother, sister, relatives, and even outside. So he goes and makes relationship in the outside world where there are no stones and they look like flowers, at least to start with. And because this kind of advising and this kind of counseling and this kind of storytelling is going on throughout in the youth's life, he feels extremely frustrated and his amygdala is constantly firing, because of which the neurons get affected. How can you stop this amygdala hijack? Just by breathing slowly, calming down, and trying to focus on your thoughts. It is very important that every time someone talks to us, we are building emotional circuits within our own system. Either it's a loving circuit or it is a stressed circuit of fight and flight. And every time there is a fight and flight response, there is stress within the body. Adrenaline, noradrenaline is secreted, and slowly the child goes into depression, mental illness, escapism. And when these things become very high, when there is no one to share to, it is like a constipation of the heart. Finally, it leads to mental diseases which are so much rising in this world. Because rather than connecting with the person, I'm advising him, or in other words, I'm killing him. Any daily practice like mindfulness, meditation, neuro-linguistic programming, non-violent communication, heal your life and turning it around are various skills which help us to change our minds, create a new life of love, care, personal touch, understanding, in which there is a win-win solution and we live a loving life for which we have come into this world. I have discussed deep stuff and tried to make it as simple as possible. However, if there are any queries, you can put it in the comment box and I'll be personally answering them. Thank you very much. This is Dr. Saurabh Chaudhuri, your ancient Indian Vedic ambassador. If you liked my video, please subscribe to my channel right now and you can download my free app, Dr. Saurabh Chaudhuri. Thank you very much.